Alright, let's talk about something that I think is missing in our digital lives. Social media promise to connect us, right? But if you think about it, most platforms today aren't really about connection. They're about numbers, likes, followers, shares. It all feels like a game of validation, rather than a space to actually meet people and build something meaningful. And if you've ever scrolled endlessly, you know what I mean.
You might have 1,000 friends, but how many real connections are you walking away with? That's where Eintercon comes in. It's not just another social media platform. It's more like a space built around authentic, human-to-human connection across borders. Instead of chasing numbers, Eintercon gives you something very different. The chance to connect with someone anywhere in the world, but with a twist. You only get 48 hours with that person.
Now, why 48 hours? Well, it's long enough to actually have a meaningful conversation, to dive into who someone is, to share stories, and learn about their culture. But it's also short enough to keep people from endlessly hopping around, searching for the next new thing before giving real conversations a chance. In other words, it creates just the right amount of focus and commitment to help you form solid connections, without overwhelming you.
And what makes it even more interesting is that Eintercon isn't trying to match you with people in your own country. The algorithm is designed to push you across borders. You're less likely to meet someone down the street, and more likely to end up talking to someone in, say, Japan if you're in Ghana, or Brazil if you're in Canada. That means every connection is like a little bridge, one that expands your worldview and lets you experience a slice of life from somewhere else on the globe.
But there's more to it than just conversations. Eintercon has built some unique features that really make it stand out. For example, there's the passport feature. Think of it as your digital passport to the world. You can apply for a passport within the app, and then you'll see a list of countries you can visit. For each country, you go through a light visa-style process, answering questions that mimic real travel intent. And once you're in, you get access to tools and resources about that country, local cuisines, tourist attractions, cultural insights, even opportunities to meet people from there. It turns global connection into something interactive, fun, and educational at the same time.
Then there's labs. This is where Eintercon mixes things up by creating chat rooms filled with people from different cultures. It's like throwing yourself into a room where everyone has a different story, a different perspective, a different background. It's fast-paced, diverse, and eye-opening. You're not just meeting one person. You're tasting what it's like to be in a multicultural hub, all from your phone. And I also love the mailing feature. It lets you send digital letters across borders, like pen pals for the modern age. You can write, share, and distribute messages to people in other countries. It feels slower, more thoughtful, and it builds anticipation. It reminds me of how communication used to feel, personal and intentional.
Now, what's the real impact of all this? Well, imagine being a student in Kenya and getting paired with a teacher in Sweden. Or being an artist in Brazil and getting inspired by an engineer in Singapore. Or simply having a space where you can talk. Not for likes, not for followers, but just for the joy of connecting with someone different. That's the heart of Eintercon. It's about breaking down stereotypes, opening minds, and reminding us that beneath all the politics and borders, we're just people who want to connect. So when people ask me, why would anyone spend time on this app when there are already so many platforms? The answer is simple. Because Eintercon isn't about scrolling endlessly or building vanity metrics. It's about building bridges. It's about walking away from a conversation feeling like you've actually gained something. Insight, perspective, even friendship. And honestly, that's rare in today's digital world.
Eintercon is still growing, but it's already carving out something really unique. If you've ever wished social media felt more human, or if you've ever wanted to travel the world without leaving your couch, this is it. This is the platform that lets you discover people, culture, and connections in a way that feels intentional. So if you're curious, download Eintercon, grab your digital passport, and start your 48-hour journey with someone new. Who knows? The next conversation you have might just change the way you see the world.